Hello and welcome. My name is Tim Shaw, the Government Affairs Director here at the Pacific West Association of Realtors. I'm pleased to be joined today by Brea City Councilman Blair Stewart. Blair, thanks for taking the time to be with us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
So Blair, why don't you tell everybody about yourself? What did you do before being on the City Council?
Yeah, well, quite a couple of things I've done. I was in the Marine Corps for about 8 years. Then after active duty, I went to Cal State Fullerton, which is basically an extension of Brea Linda High School. So studied criminal justice at Cal State Fullerton, 97 graduated, and then moved forward to getting my job, which wasn't becoming a police officer, it was becoming a fireman. So that was a big surprise, and I've been a fireman for 29.8 years and actually just retired this past November. November 1st was my first day retiring, so now I'm focusing 100% on the city of Brea.
Well, congratulations. Thank you for your service.
That's
wonderful. So how's Brea doing? How's the budget looking? How's things going in Brea generally?
Well, you know, we had a small scare earlier when we were going through our budget process, and that was only because our revenue, our projections seemed to be a little lower because we have a lot of construction going on. So sales tax revenue we thought was projected to be lower. It actually is coming in higher. So we balanced our 2-year budget just recently, a few months ago, and everything's balanced. And of course, moved some things around, did a little innovation, things like that, but we balanced the budget and our services are still the gold standard here.
So we're here on location at the Brea Mall. We wanted to come here to kind of showcase what's going on.
Place.
I'm sure cities generally, and I'm sure it's true in Brea, really rely and live on the sales tax revenue.
Absolutely, 37% here in Brea.
So with the Brea Mall being a big, I'm sure the major driver, or a major driver of that sales tax.
Absolutely.
And when people come here, they'll see all kinds of work going on. So what is going on here at the Brea Mall?
Well, this is one of the developments that we're so excited about. In 1977, Simon Properties brought the Brea Mall to us, helped put this city on the map along with the 57 freeway. So in 1977 and through the decades, they've always invested into the Brea Mall. And just recently, the last year or so, they started a new project here in the southwest corner of the Brea Mall. It has brought in numerous new shops. You can see some of the stuff on the billboard here. We have Rivian, Phil's Coffee. We've got Lululemon right behind you. 2-story Zara, a lot of new shops coming in here that's bringing more revenue, but also we've built, which we'll show later, 119,000 square feet of outdoor space with new restaurants as well. When you see the Pacific Catch, the Melt, this is a huge favorite, right? Din Tao Fung, 2-hour waits if you don't have a reservation in downtown Disneyland and Costa Mesa, South Coast Plaza. So we're excited about that, and North Italia, Caliba. So a lot of new restaurants coming here, which is very competitive, by the way, in Brea. You know, A through Z, we've got amenities, especially restaurants. You can't find a restaurant in Brea, you got a problem, because we have them all. So yeah, we're excited about that. Lifetime Gym as well is coming here, and at a 50,000 square foot Dick's Sporting Goods store. So a lot of renovation, a lot of new stores, and a lot of excitement. But beyond that, on the south end, we're actually checking a box for some housing as well. So we'll have about 380 apartments coming in on a 5-story building. The first 2 levels will be parking. Residential levels will be above that. So a lot of excitement coming on here.
I was going to bring that up. I know other malls, like in Santa Ana, the Main Place Mall, they've been looking to bring housing in kind of at the parking lot area and redeveloping that you get people living there basically at the mall who can shop at the mall and maybe even work at the mall, and it kind of brings new life back to the old school malls from decades ago. You get some housing there on location to kind of rejuvenates the whole area, right?
You hit the nail on the head there, Tim. You have to reimagine the malls. You know, it's a lot of space, acres and acres of space of retail. But what can we do in today to make it a priority for people to come here, make it exciting for them to come back to a mall that used to be dim, small, and stores that people didn't visit a lot. So we're reinventing it to have housing where people could walk, they could ride their bikes to retail and even to work. I'm an example of that. I live a couple of blocks away from the mall here, and you saw me this morning, I rode my bike here, right? I'm able to get to my job here at City Hall by walking or riding my bike. So it's a great central area, this mall, to be able to do that, and we're gonna check that box with 380 apartments as well. So.
Okay, we're here now on the outside of the mall. What used to be a parking lot not too long ago, yeah. But is now this beautiful green space and the shops. And it's sort of interesting to me that you have the traditional, the indoor mall, but out here it's going to feel a little bit more like an outdoor mall.
Right,
It's sort of a combination now of the two, right?
It's almost a little combination of your traditional mall being inside, but a little bit of the Fashion Island experience here, right?
Right.
So yeah, and as you can see, this used to be parking lot area. Behind the camera here was the old Sears department store, which had different names and businesses, you know, as the decades went on, as Sears went out of business. So again, reinvented and reimagined here. We've got all these new outdoor stores, which some of them will be accessed from the inside as well, but being able to have this 119,000 square feet of open space with our soon-to-be restaurants, these new shops, Lululemon, Pottery Barn, Ever Eve, Williams-Sonoma, we've got quite a few going out here, but this is what Southern California is about, right? Being able to take advantage of this beautiful weather we have, so why not have an open space where our community can gather? We could have live music here, maybe movies, not necessarily in the park, but movies at the mall. So maybe we could do that sometime, but definitely an area for our community to gather outside with this beautiful, and take advantage of the beautiful weather.
Okay, so we've moved over here to where the apartment building's going to be. So at the moment, it's a whole lot of nothing, but it's going to be under construction shortly. So remind us, so the first level will be parking for those visiting the mall?
Absolutely. Yeah, it'll be 5 stories, Tim. So in the first 2 levels are parking. One of the parking levels is for shoppers for the mall, and then a dedicated level for the residents of the apartments, which will be 380 apartments beyond this fencing here. But that'll be the last phase of this whole project, only because we want to make sure we get the mall done and that sales tax coming in to make sure we can keep that gold standard of services we provide our citizens. So the residential portion of it will be completed in the year 2028. So that'll be started in 2027. So we're looking forward to that as well. 380 apartments on this level right here. Again, central to be able to go shopping at the mall, to spend a day out in our new open space area, but also if you work in Brea, it's central enough for you to walk or ride your bike. So we're looking forward to it.
Now, when we get new housing built, sometimes people get nervous about traffic. Of course, we have the 57 freeway right here, which not that long ago, we had a very significant improvement at the Lambert 57 interchange. So how's that working out?
Well, that construction development on the 57 and Lambert, it was for the new overpass and also the egress and ingress of getting on the freeway. So today that is completed, landscaping is going in. There was quite a bit of a delay, which was worked out, but it is completed, and the traffic flow there has been eased considerably since it's been completed this year.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
So Blair, those who are watching this are largely going to be people who work in real estate. And what would be a message you have for realtors and those who work in real estate? What would you like to tell them?
Sell Brea. Keep selling Brea. You know, I was talking to Tim earlier, and we kind of talked about real estate in Brea. You know what? Brea sells itself, but we are so fortunate to have real estate agents here that love this city, that can promote our schools, our open spaces, all our parks. It is, and what we can offer. We're a small city, which we covered about 48,000 people, 12 and a half square miles. But this city punches above its weight when it comes to our education, comes to our retail, our public safety. This is a small city, and I certainly want to bet that you cannot find another city this size that punches above its weight and offers the A through Z retail and amenities that we have here. So thank you for all the realtors out there pumping up Brea. You know a good product when you see it. So keep bringing buyers here and promoting our city. So thank you.
Well, Blair Stewart, Councilman from Brea, thank you so much for the time, and keep up the good work.
Thank you, Tim. Appreciate
All right.
it. Thank you for the invite.
All right.